Hey guys, Steve here, FitDadNation.com. Thanks for joining me. With the holidays approaching here, Christmas is just a couple weeks away. I want to talk about something that a lot of us think about. It's getting fat during the holidays. Now, it's kind of a myth that people tend to gain a whole bunch of weight around the holidays. I mean, typically it's maybe a couple of pounds, but when I say, how to avoid getting fat over the holidays, what I'm really talking about is how to avoid going into the new year and how to prevent putting on weight starting a new year and coming out of the holidays kind of on a bad foot. So I want to mention 5 things today that I think will really help you kind of get through the holidays, and there's of course stress associated with the holidays, financial stress and otherwise. Holiday parties, office parties, there's dinners, there's all kinds of, friends, events, functions. So there's food constantly being thrown at us, and then the weather starts to get really cold in most parts of the country, and activity slows down. So a lot of things can contribute to a little bit of weight gain, and something that we want to avoid. So first thing we'll talk about, planning ahead. So if you have a function or a party, for example, I actually have a dinner to go to tonight, and I'm going to plan ahead. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to go into a Italian restaurant starving. Why? Because I love bread and I love cheese. So the first thing they're going to do, right, is probably bring over a big loaf of bread with oil and all that. And if I'm starving, what's going to happen? I'm going to eat it, right? I mean, I have some willpower, but when you're out and you're having fun and you're around company, it's so much easier just to say, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna eat it. So plan ahead. I looked at the menu, got an idea of what the best selections are. I'm a pasta lover, but I'm trying to live more of a primal lifestyle. So pastas are not on the menu there. So I plan ahead, so I kind of know. All right, this is what I'm gonna eat. So number 1, number 2, drink tons of water. Right? That's a standard. I've talked about this many times. If you're not drinking, at least somewhere around 80 ounces a day, even for a regular 170-pound guy, you're doing your body a huge disservice from a number of factors, including preventing, to an extent, weight loss. So what I'm talking about here is just for the feeling of being full, right? So when you're constantly drinking water, you're going to be less hungry. You're not going to want to constantly chew on something, nibble on something, and you're less likely to go out and binge eat. And especially if you start drinking, sodas or even alcohol, it's going to trigger a hunger response in there. So water is your best bet. Know why you're doing it. So if you don't know why you want to stay fit and you want to be fit this time of year or another, sorry, I'm still sick here, figure it out. You have to know your why. Seriously, why the fuck do you want to be fit, lean, energetic, feel great, look great, all those things, right? Serious question. You have to know the answer, right? If it's just because I feel like I probably should lose a few pounds, or I'm kind of tired of looking at my stomach, that's not a strong why. That's not going to keep you strong during the holidays. Okay, you have to know what the real reason is and let that be the motivator. And again, think about it. Really kind of dig deep and figure out what your driver is. Okay, know what you can eat. Don't walk into a holiday party blind. Meaning, like, have an idea of what is healthy, what is not healthy, what is terrible for you. If you're trying to eat like a paleo or primal, know what's on the menu, right? Don't show up to something and see all these appetizers and things and pans and dishes and plates and scratch your head and say, I have no idea. And so what happens, right? You pick the worst things or the things that you want. Just have an idea of the type of foods that you can eat, and then gravitate towards those. Okay, pretty simple. And then last, being inactive in the cold weather is a given, right? Happens for pretty much everybody. But, around the holidays, it's also inevitable that you're going to eat more, you're going to party more, you're going to probably drink more. So offset that, which, you can't offset it entirely, but you can help ramp up your activity. Start doing a little bit more exercise. I'm not saying sit in the gym for 2 hours. That's going to be, counter-effective. I want you to add in an extra day or two of cardio training, like, sprint work, circuit training, doing extra strength training sessions, something like that, okay? So there's some basic stuff that will kind of help you go into the new year, hopefully at your weight. Maybe you could even, shed a few pounds going into the new year, start out right. And if you have any questions, hit me in the comments below.